it's me again. I hope you're doing very well. I wanted to take the time to talk to you about something that is just so important and interesting. And of course, I always talk about important or interesting things, but if you know me, you know that right now I am obsessed with the book, The Secret. I've been literally reading it and rereading it over and over and over again. And I actually watched the movie as well after I read the book. And I didn't even know there was a movie. And then my friend was like, "You have to see the movie. I saw the movie." And I really liked it. But I didn't read the book, but I saw the movie. And I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll see the movie too." And so I watched it, and I'm able to apply it, and I'm going to tell you guys how. And I'm going to tell you how you can do it too, okay? So what this secret essentially says is that we all have the ability to decide and then receive, right? So whatever you want, it's there. And it's there in like a sort of quote unquote alternate reality, so to speak. And the truth about alternate realities is that they're all easily accessible to us at any given moment. You see, as we move forward in time, as we walk and put one foot in front of the other in time, as time goes on and as time passes, we have the ability to step into our quote unquote desired reality or alternate reality at any given moment. It's all there. It's actually all here right now, right? And so that's the gist of the secret. But employing that knowledge and employing that understanding is by being in the present moment and realizing that everything you want is in this present moment right now. And like it may sound like you've probably heard this a billion times. It doesn't work. You still have bills. You still have your health to worry about. You still have blah, blah, blah. But the thing about The Secret is that it is not just like you tap in once or like you sit down to meditate once. And no, every moment is a chance. Every moment is an opportunity to change your life forever. And it's in your mind. It's within your mind, right? It's within the way you view yourself and your life. If you look at your life through the lens of somebody who's discouraged by the circumstances that have unfolded so far, you're judging your circumstances based on the past. You're judging your life based on what has already happened. So you're going to keep attracting those things towards you, especially if you're someone that has a lot of negative scintillating thoughts, which is like the majority of the population today. First of all, you can't change your life until you change yourself. You can't change the outer reality until you do the inner work, right, to change your perspective on things, right? So I want you guys to get excited that the answer lies within your perspective of your reality, and then your perspective begins to shape and change your reality. And you can switch your perspective. You can do that mental switch now. You can do it right now listening to me, listening to this podcast. Right? There was a time in my life where I realized that all the quote-unquote bad things that had happened to me in my life were planned and they were planned by me, because I knew that we attract everything that we experience via our mind. I knew that time is fluid, right? So past and future are figments. They're both figments. They don't actually exist. You can manipulate the past based off of how you see the past in this present moment. That's called time travel. And it happens within the mind. And it's not something you see in movies. And it's not something ridiculous. And it's not something magical or out of reach. It's reality. It's science. Quantum physics states that if you observe molecules or atoms, this is a double slit experiment. If you observe something, how it appears will change. The consistency of what you are observing will change based off of how you are observing it, or even, to take it a step further, based off of the fact that it is being observed. That's huge, because that tells us right away that reality is moldable. Our reality is moldable. That tells us a few things as well. It also tells us that not everybody experiences the same reality. Number one. Number two, our reality is moldable based off of how we see it, interpret, and experience it. And number three, you can change it at any moment. This means that you can change it at any moment. You can change your life at any moment. Going forward, you can completely be a different person. Your reality will change once your perspective of yourself as well starts to change, and the two will work in tandem with one another and build each other up further and further into a whirlwind of constant upward progression until you realize that you are the very power that you have been looking for. You are the very magician that you have been looking for. The friends that you vent to about your problems in your life, do you think that they can help you? Do you think that by talking about your problems, you are helping you? No. No. By exploring solutions within your mind, that's how you can help yourself. By exploring, not solutions, because there are no problems. Do you see what I'm saying? There are no problems. Everything is operating perfectly. Just because it may seem imperfect or uncomfortable to you doesn't mean that it hasn't been attracted perfectly into your existence because of how you have been thinking up until this point perfectly. Right? This is a magnetic universe that we live in, right? This universe operates based off of attraction. This is the law of attraction. If you study God, if you study Vedic science, then you will know about Krishna, who is known as the all-attractive. You will know that his skin is the color black, and black is the color that absorbs the most, what? Light, right? The most radiation, the most energy. So, the law of attraction states that like attracts like. The thoughts that you think, you will begin to experience in your reality. And I can assure you that this is the truth. And I can attest to you that this is true. Because I have seen it with myself. I have seen it with other people. I have seen how people who just completely continue to complain about their lives always have something to complain about, even when what they've been looking for is right in front of them. They'll complain about it. Why did it arrive in this way? And why does it look like this? And oh, but I want this. It's a mindset. Change the mindset, and you will be free of worry, of anxiety, of complaining. If you do complain in your life, note that down. Monitor that. Make an effort to change that. Because then, if you don't, right, you'll just keep attracting things to complain about. And I don't want that for you. Do you want that for you? You should love yourself enough to not want to live a life like that. We have not been taught the meaning of self-love. Self-love is loving the energy that you are, not the body, not the circumstances, not the way people see you, not your reputation. That's not yourself. That is a mere reflection of some truth of who you are. Maybe not even the whole truth. Rarely is it the whole truth. Rarely is it the whole and complete truth. Rarely is it even a truth at all. Right? So why do we listen to other people or society or the mirror or the camera? Right? Why do we listen to ourselves when we say, oh, I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm too much, I should tone it down? No, you shouldn't. You should go somewhere where you can be yourself fully. Tone it down for who? Who's your boss? Who are you listening to? Because your boss at work is not your boss. Your boss is not your friends or society. Society is not your boss. God is your boss, right? The reason why you are able to listen to me right now and experience your life the way you've been experiencing it with your eyes, ears, and senses fully working is because of God. You are here because of God. And because your life, it has such a high significance at this current time, space, reality, in this current moment, that your life is being sustained by your Creator. So every single time you get a check in the mail or a bill, just remember that God does all things. Ask for what you want, and you will get it. You will get it. And until you get it, keep being grateful for the things that you have been given. My eyes work, my ears work. I have the ability to eat and savor food. I have the ability to move. I have the ability to listen to music and enjoy it so much. I have the ability to watch animals and how they move. And I have the ability to go stand in nature and feel the sun on my skin. Until you're grateful for the basic qualities that life has to offer you, you'll not, soon you'll realize that that's all you need, right? Soon you'll realize that, that new gadget that you've been wanting, does it really change who you are? Is it really going to change you as a person? Is it really going to change your life? Or are you going to change your life via your mindset? Via your ability to view situations in your life, via your self-perception as well. That's how your life can change, not by getting the newest iPad or phone or what have you. Granted, it's still amazing to experience, all the abundances that life has to give, but abundance in its truest form is life itself. There's nothing more abundant than the ability to be here and breathe and connect with God via your crown chakra, right? Via your mind, via your consciousness. That's abundance. Everything else is just like decorations, And it's good to have decorations, but you cannot decorate an empty vessel. You'll find that all the decorations fall off and the vessel remains empty, no matter how much you try to decorate it. The key is to fill the vessel first, via realizing the power potency that you are a part of, right? You are part and parcel of God consciousness. The same force that is growing, giant redwood trees is the same force that is powering your heartbeat. Oh my God. You know what I mean? You want to see magic? Look at the sun. What the heck is the sun? Right? Think like that and you'll be happy every day. Ask someone who is sick or dying. Ask them, what do you want more than anything? And they'll say, I want to be healthy. I want to be able to breathe freely and move freely. Right? I want my life back, right? So take nothing for granted. Take no moment for granted. Know that you can experience the all-encompassing bliss and beauty of Source creation at every single moment. And that is your abundance. That is your birthright. That is what you are here to do. And the creativity that stems from that. And the love that stems from that. The love energy that powers all the relationships in your life that stems from that. That connection, that realization, right? So do this. I implore you. I actually beg you. If you are unhappy with your life right now, this is the chance. This is the time for you to be unhappy no longer. You have the ability to decide that I do not want to live a life of unhappiness anymore. I choose to be grateful for everything that has come my way because I have attracted it subconsciously. I choose to take the reins of my subconscious mind. I am in control, right? And when I say I, we mean God. We mean the God within. We mean the supreme, the all-encompassing I. We don't mean our reputation. We don't mean our grades. We don't mean our bank account. We don't mean how we look on a Tuesday. That's not what we mean when we say I, right? When human beings wake up to their power, they will not be slaves to the things that enslave the senses and consciousness. Like what, Sina? Like everything that is a crutch for you. Like gossip, like negative emotions or negative ways of thinking about yourself and others and the world in general. Like social media that is used improperly, is used as a tool for mental entrapment, right? I unfollowed everyone on social media. Did you know this? Did you know that I probably follow like maybe 4 accounts total across all of my social, because it's key to understand what side you're on of the game. Are you a producer? Are you a consumer of knowledge and wealth of information? Because it's important to just pay attention to what you are allowing through your orifices, your eyes, ears, mouth, etc. Right? What are you feeding your mind? So take notice. Take care of yourself. Take care of your consciousness. Do not succumb to these things that enslave the consciousness, like the need to always look good, which I used to, have a lot. I still do. I still do. It's important that we look good. It's an act of self-love, but not for the wrong reasons. Not for covering up some insecurities, right? But rather to bring out our potential and to let that potential shine. Intention is everything, right? It's the difference between unfollowing people on social media to look cool and unfollowing people on social media to clean the mind. That's the difference. And people will view it in all sorts of ways, in all kinds of ways, in all different plays, and that's up to them. You cannot control anyone else's perception. You can only control your perception. You should only control your perception. And your control of your perception is your gift. That is your gift. That is your strength. That is what you've been given here to come here to do. That is the power that you've been given. Right? I implore you again to not worry about anything in your life, because everything can be changed via your mind. All is mental. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think of it in terms of frequency and vibration and energy. Because that is what it is. This third dimensional reality that you see is just the end result of a lot of programming, mental programming, consciousness programming, consciousness shifts, etc. Right? So, if you want to change things in your life, stop thinking that things cannot be changed. Stop gossiping and telling other people about your problems. That's going to perpetuate your problems. Everything is connected. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you very much. I hope that this podcast and download session was helpful for you. Let me know if it was via DM on any of my Instagram accounts, AI Sina and Sina Dente. I love you very much, and I will talk to you in my next one. Peace.